jockey and football club, and we're in the football club at the moment, and we have a few problems. And these are the highlights of the first half, where Korea have completely dominated. Reese is with me.
Yeah, Colin, it's been an unbelievable half for Korea. It's fantastic for them. If you're a Korean supporter, a Korean player or management, you'll be over the moon with the 4 tries created first half. Some great rugby played, but from a Hong Kong point of view, there's significant statistics, and there's been too many turnovers in the mid-third and creating this broken-up game that Korea love and play off. Great opportunities tried by Hong Kong, and that's all it was really. The highlight for Hong Kong in the first half just being an opportunities tried by Tom McQueen.
Exactly, and here you have one man, Jingle Bin, and again, look at him, the speed merchant down that far side. He's got 4 tries already. So, big decisions.
And here's some of the statistics, and the talent statistics here, Colin, are that if you look at the kick-in play, where Hong Kong are keeping the ball on the field and playing perhaps into the Korean hands, but more significantly is the turnovers, 5-3. And what's been done with those turnovers? Hong Kong have not really turned those 3 turnovers from Korea into anything, but certainly 3 of the turnovers that Korea have created, 3 tries have come from, and statistics sometimes hide some of the critical areas, and the 2 lineouts as well, significant lineout losses off an attacking platform that are registered against the Hong Kong team. So it's probably accumulated in 7 or 8 key turnover plays that has thrown the game into a 25-7 lead to Korea at the end of the first half.
Yeah, there's big things for Andrew Hall, the senior coach, to rectify. I'm sure he's done that at half-time.
And significantly, as the guys return out, I'm seeing an early change in the second half by Andy, at least one, with Chris McAdam, who I think we highlighted he was struggling during that first half, appearing to have been substituted at half-time, and Niall Rowick of the Hong Kong Football Club coming onto the pitch for early in the first half. So Andy Hall making his intentions felt at half-time.
So he's made a big decision, taking off Adamson, as you say, putting in Neil Rowick. Has come in as the half, and they blast on the whistle, as said that the Hong Kong team were offside.
Poor discipline again, early turnover, and an easy kick right in front of the post, giving them momentum straight back to Korea, just indiscipline.
Now, Neil Rowick, you say, come in. What's he going to add to the team?
Niall Rowick is an experienced international player, come through the Hong Kong ranks and has played regularly throughout the season for the Hong Kong Football Club. So he's probably more match bright and sharp at the moment than Chris, because Chris has had a long layoff with injury, and Niall will bring a bit of steadiness to the back line and control on the game, and maybe find Hong Kong field position that they need to find early in this second half to rebuild their game. So it's an interesting choice, and obviously Andy and the coaching team were unhappy with the way in which Chris played in the first half, and be significant now to see if Niall can get into this game and get the Hong Kong team back on the front foot.
While you were talking there, O has stuck that one right between the posts, and it means that the Korean side have gone out to a 27-7 lead at half-time. So now here's the new man that has come in, Neil Rowick, going to restart, and he goes high, but the Koreans are able to take it into Park Sun-chai, and they stay over it, they control it, they can move it whenever they like, and this time they go back to O, but his kick was nearly charged down. Good take in the air by McQueen, and he's gone to ground, but the ball is going to come back on the Hong Kong side. A mistake by Kato Lee at the scrum, and the ball now has gone back to the Koreans, but they make a mistake. So 6 of one, half dozen of another. Paul Mackay is going to sort it out.
Hugely significant again, Colin. Talked about it at half-time. I risk of repeating myself, but a critical turnover again when Hong Kong have got control of the pill. Simple, basic stuff that is not going to create a platform to build a game on early in this second half.
Yeah, just noticed that the Koreans have made a change. They have taken off the number 8. Injo has come off, and just checking to see player that went in. There's the quick tap from Alex Badley, but he runs straight into Jang Sung-won. But the Hong Kong side keep it, and then they lose it. They got to go back. The skipper has to go back, McCusin, and collect. They still have it. They can move it again. They got to get a couple of the Koreans out of the way first. On the halfway line, they still battle for it. Still Korea have to defend as a good kick comes in, and that's going to, if it bounces the right way, but going back is the number 15, Jang Song-min. Oh, and he kicked it, and it's blocked, and it's gone over the line, and racing back there was Chan Yong-hyu, and he was able to drop on the ball.
Early signs of what Niall Rowick will bring to this. Niall has just pushed the ball into space there and created some confusion in the back three of the Korean team, or just pushing it into space, and that's what Niall has been brought on to do. And early signs there that field position and pressure on this back three might create some opportunity for Hong Kong.
Just noticed that the man who has come in is Kim Jong-min. He's come in wearing the number 8, high ball taken out by the Hong Kong player, and that was the number 4, Galaforce, but he's gone to ground. Here's Badley in possession, and there's going to be trouble here for the Korean number 3, Kwang Sik, if Paul goes to his pocket, and he does, and that's a yellow card for the number 3, Kim Kwang Sik. He has been one of the strong men up front, the 30-year-old, plays with the Honda club. And now the Koreans will have to defend.
Great kick by Niall Rowick into the corner.
They'll have to defend with 14 men, and the ball is nearly on their goal line. Throw in. Lachlan Chubb to put it into the line out.
2 lineouts lost in the first half. Significant throw here. Opportunity for Hong Kong to get straight back in this game in the first 5 minutes.
But they got it. They go to Paul Dwyer. If he can hold it up, but he can't. He's taken to ground, but the Hong Kong side still have it. Now they can force it over. There's a good drive. Oh, powerful legs and the drive, and the hand goes up. Who was it that was underneath all of that? Impossible to see.
Interestingly as well, Colin, last week there's been some controversy around the refereeing by Tim Baker, a Hong Kong guy last week, on the driving more by Japan, but I believe that Korea are getting this defensive. First of all, touching the contact and touching the maul, or the potential maul at the line-out, which creates the maul, and then backing off. And you know, as long as the ball is with the front ball carrier here, as long as it stays, they've collapsed it there and tried to collapse it. Yep. And now the ball is with the front ball carrier. So, you know, they're getting their defensive shape wrong. You can't try and sack something, because technically, as soon as that front man contacts, there's a maul created at the line-out.
It looks as if it was John Ekman who went over with the ball, so we'll give him the try.
I know that there'll be lots of referees out there, people like Richard Collis watching the game on TV, debating that one, but a great kick by Niall Rowick to get the extra 2 points.
Rowick converts, and that has brought the crowd a little bit more excitement than they've had already, because the scoreboard clicks over, and the scoreboard is telling us that Hong Kong have got their second try, and they have 14 points now against 28.
I know it was an area that the Korean coaching team discussed with the referees after last week's game, the defense of the driving maul, and they seem to have got it wrong yet again. Or did Paul get it wrong?
Restart by the Koreans, taken down by Delaforce. The Hong Kong players gather around, try to block the kick, the Koreans, but it's up in the air. It's not very long, but they lose the ball back. And the Hong Kong team have got in over the top, but that's not a very good kick by Kato Lee. Taken down by the number 19. A couple of changes made by the Koreans as they get the ball back to Young. That's a good partnership between Lee Myung-jung and Tom McQueen, going to be taken in possession. And he is again the Koreans pile in, but they can get the ball out the back. And this time it is the home side, the Hong Kong team. Race down the wing with the ball. Picked up by Dwyer. Moves it back. Lanning taken to ground. Pushes it back. Maybe it was Badley was back there as well. Now they can move it. And that's a good kick, a floating kick. Oh, good kick. Lands about 18 meters out from the goal. Well, it's now 17 meters as the touch judge.
Starting to see some sensible rugby being played by Hong Kong. Niall Rowick coming on and pushing the ball into space and already having an influence on calming this game. And a fine kick then by fullback Alex McQueen into the corner to give the Hong Kong good field position to put the Korean team under pressure. 14-man Korea team, I understand. So a little bit of sign of an upsurgence by the Hong Kong team, and they'll need to keep the Koreans under pressure.
Change for the Koreans as well. And now Kong Young has come in instead of Kim Jeep. But the Koreans are holding on to it. They still have the ball at the back, and now they can march forward. They're up to the 22. They still run away with the ball, and a man clearing out of the middle is Kim Hyuk-soo. And he's taken the ground inside the Hong Kong half. They can rotate it, move it out to the far side. Little jab kick from the number 12, Kim Na-mook, up to the inside the 25. About 10 meters out from the Hong Kong line. Korea on the attack. Ball is there on the Hong Kong side, and they can clear it. They've just cleared it. Oh, and dropped. Punched forward. It looked as if there was a knock on there, but
dreadful referee. I can't believe the referee hasn't pulled up all the touch judges.
The man who's raced away is Chung Yong-hyun.
Oh, that's crazy refereeing. I'm just sorry, guys. That is unbelievable in midfield. There were two knock-ons, clear knock-ons, a forward pass, and Paul Mackay and the touch judges have missed some significant plays there, and they've thrown the momentum of the game back to Korea. I would say that it's a Hong Kong guy, but I think replays will show you that there was some couple of knock-ons that should have been pulled up by the officials there.
Chan Young-hyun was the man wearing the number 11, raced around the back after Dai has described all of the things that happened. No blast on the whistle, and it's given another 5 points to the Koreans.
Yeah, disappointing. There was a significant knock-on and a potential forward pass in midfield. Not sure we'll get to see it again, but I'm sure that Hong Kong will be disappointed with that momentum back in the game. Korea taking the opportunity of missed knock-ons, but no, it's a big hill to climb for Hong Kong.
Oh, he's pulled it wide, but it's a damaging scoreline if you're a Hong Kong supporter. 33 points to 14, and we're 14 minutes into the second half. It's 33 points to 14. And we've got 11 minutes of the second half gone. It looked for a little while that the changes that Andrew Hall had making that change by bringing in Neil Rowick was going to pay off, but a couple of mistakes. But that try has to go down as a disaster for everyone.
Yeah, again, Colin, the significant mistake, I think, was just on the edge of the 22, the Korean 22, where they broke clear from a drive-in maul and got within 10 meters of the line. So make no mistake about it, was great play by Korea to give them the fair position. But you know, Hong Kong seemed to continue to be pressing the destruct, and a couple more substitutions as well coming on for Hong Kong, with Billy Brandt coming into the pack.
Yeah, there's a loose ball again, but the Korean team are first to the ball again. Got to be first to get there, and it's a real scramble going on. And this time, the Koreans are the team that are penalised. And Paul Mackay showing there, they went around the back, went in on the wrong side. A couple of big changes coming up for the Korean team.
Leon Wai and Alex Harris coming in as well in the front row to freshen up the front row of the Hong Kong team. Leon Wai, a local guy, born and brought up in Hong Kong, played his rugby in Exeter University before returning. And Alex Harris of the Kowloon club coming on at hooker, so significant changes in the Hong Kong pack to perhaps put some warmth and effort into the last 25 minutes of this game.
And here's the drive again, but the whistle is gone.
And Korea indeed have got that one right, Colin. Yeah. Fair play. I'm surprised that Paul Mackay has actually only given a accidental offside there. Korea backed off. Hong Kong moving the ball to the back of the driving maul, and then the man coming in there, 20, causing the obstruction. And so good decision by Paul there to stop it. Maybe should have been a penalty against Hong Kong.
Yeah, and remember, of course, that they have a man off. They've down to 14 players. Their number 3 is still down in front of us, Kim Mang-sik. He's getting ready to go back into the action. And here's the ball put in. And this time the Koreans are shoved off the ball, but it's still back there. And
it's a mess, and it's gone around 180 degrees. The scrum has gone around 180 degrees, and
nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Nothing's been
no blast on the whistle. Korea trying to set themselves up to clear it, and this time they go back to the out half. Oh, Young-hyun. And now what can the Hong Kong team do? The McQueen brothers to each other. Good break down the middle. Let's see what happened. Tom McQueen was in possession. They can move it again. Good ball in the middle, quick hands. And here they have it again. It badly goes back inside to the number 7, and that's Matthew Lemon. They have a build-up on the left-hand side, but there's an intercept, and coming away with it was the number 12, Kim Na-mook. Also in there fighting for it was the number 15, Jang Song-min. And blast on the referee's whistle, and he's going back, and he's awarded a penalty to the Hong Kong team, or a free kick.
Maybe interesting what they do here, Con. It's an easy kick in front of the post. There's 25 minutes to go, and the momentum seems to be coming towards the Hong Kong team, but they decided to go to the corner.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do, coach.
Yeah, interesting.
Try to get a score. If they can get the crowd behind them, they'll be lifted a bit.
Again, Hong Kong at this one, it's evident that Korea are not competing, and ball needs to stay with the front catcher if they're going to drive it. So it'll be interesting to see how Hong Kong adapt now to the defensive setup and structure of this line-out.
This is Alex Harris going to put it into the line-out, the 27-year-old. Winning his 26th cap today. Goes to the end of the line to Brandt. Good ball. Tucked back inside to Matthew Lemon. Blocked in the middle. The Koreans, they had a chance if they could have moved the ball quick, and now they do. Out to the far side. Good gap. Opened up. And in screams the number 15, Alex McQueen.
Great score by Alex McQueen, and Hong Kong on the front foot. I sense a little bit of a... If Hong Kong can just settle and control the ball, I sense an energy in the Hong Kong team and a fitness level that can carry the Hong Kong team into the last 20 minutes of this game, and the momentum is swinging their way. It's these critical mistakes they are making when they're on the front foot, you know. That would have been a score to put them back within one score if they hadn't made the vital mistake after the last try. So let's see what happens off this kickoff, and big kick for Niall to keep us in touch.
There's a photograph or a shot there of the senior coach, Andrew Hall. He'll be pleased at that. Nice open gap. Good one for Alex McQueen to dive into. Puts it on the board. Let's see if Neil Rowak, winning his 8th cap today, can stick this one over. Oh, and it looked as if it was heading, but I just think it shaved the upright. So the score stays 33 points to Korea, 19 to Hong Kong. But it's a good, big scoring game, and that's what the crowds love.
Yeah, and certainly subs now are having an impact for Hong Kong. Jack Nielsen of the Hong Kong Cricket Club coming on to win his 3rd cap. And
he's come on instead of James Cooper. Yeah, I think it's Cooper has come off.
That one instead of James Cooper.
Paul Dewar went up for it, missed it, didn't get a hold of it, but Caddo is starting to brighten up and get opportunities, look for opportunities. Ball is still on the ground, still in possession of the Hong Kong side, and then there's a breakout. Good piece of dancing skill by the little scrum half, Caddo Lee, the 24-year-old. The Koreans go over the top. The Hong Kong team. Good ball out to the far side. Couple of players over there to take the Hong Kong player to ground. But the Hong Kong team retain possession. Down on the floor was the number 17, the big front rower. But again, a long kick, but it's just too long, not directed properly.
Again, right tactics, poor kick or poor execution of the final kick, and swinging the attacking position and possession back into Korea's favour. But I was just going to comment just before that, Colin. Great playing out of the contact area, and then just the last little bit, poor execution, and throwing the momentum back to Korea.
Yeah, well, the opposition, the Koreans, are making a couple of changes. I can see a couple of the players down underneath our commentary position getting ready to come in. Shin Dongwan, young man who went to school in New Zealand and is now heading to Germany after this to continue his business career. And the Koreans again, here's the number 11 darting away, Chang Yong-hyun. There's a real maul, and
great turn by Max Woodward.
Max got in there with the number 13 on his back, and that's cleared onto the halfway line, over the halfway line. Mistake at the back by the Hong Kong player. Now the Koreans can move it, but that looked a bit forward. But there's a very good tackle on the number 12. Nam-mook was taken out by Rowak again. Good tackle from him. The referee has called it all back. I think Matthew Lemming and his opposite number were having a bit of a set two. A couple of changes for the Korean team as Paul Mackay is trying to sort a few things out in there.
Few handbags going on out there now. I just hope that the Hong Kong team focus on what they need to do, and if anybody needs reminding, they are still 14 points down. Again, a couple of changes coming on now for the Hong Kong team.
Toby Finn going in there, and who's coming out? The number 6, Toby Finn goes in, and also
coming out is Alex Badley.
And Alex Badley is out, and also the number 12 has come off, Max Woodward.
No, Tyler Spitz has come off for Jamie Hood, our Hong Kong Sevens captain, coming on. Very versatile and utility type player. Jamie in the 15s game can play anywhere behind the scrum.
So you're saying
Toby Finn coming on for his first cap, actually.
Woodward coming off, or was it Toby Spitz came off?
Tyler Spitz coming off for Jamie Hood, and
Hood, yes. That, as you say, should bring about a bit more speed into the back division. They still have possession. Can they rotate it? Yes, they can. They can move it. This time it comes across. Hood was in there looking for it. Got a hold of it. And the Hong Kong team will take it forward. Again. Bryant over there. Taken to ground. Again. Way forward.
Just basic errors again. You know, it was never on. Leon Wai had run himself out the front of the pass and was coming in, and in his own mind had probably thought he was going to be a decoy, but not staying live by running clear of Jamie Hood's pass. And basic mistake again. Hong Kong need to hold on to the ball for 6 phases plus, and I think the Koreans will break down, but seem to be making these basic errors and mistakes after 2 or 3 phases.
Referee having a few words again with the front rows over there. Still chatting to him, telling him what he wants to do. Wood trying to organize. Toby Finn had a few things to say as well. They're being pushed off the mark.
Significant now changes in the front row for Korea and Hong Kong, and Hong Kong bringing a heavier scrummaging unit on, and no evident in that first hit or fold in, I should say these days. That the weight appears now to be in favour of Hong Kong, but live scrum will tell now. Hong Kong need to be careful they don't give a penalty away at this stage.
Hong Kong with Jack Nielsen in there, but here again the Koreans break out of the back. They're very fast, very nippy. Jingle Bin again, right on the halfway line. Bring it back to Oh Young taken to ground. The Koreans, but they have it and they can move it out the back. Little dock of a pass thrown up in the air to the number 14, and the Hong Kong team have stolen it. Oh, he was hand-tripped just at the last second. Nearly got away from everyone. What an opportunity it was for Tom McQueen. But they retain it, and it goes to Jamie Hood. Can they move it forward again? If they could put another try on the board, then I think it would worry the Koreans a little bit. But the Koreans are gone over the top of that one, and they're going to be penalized. He's given the quick free kick to the Hong Kong team. Good ball, and he's gone over the middle or half. He's had a star of a second game. Did he get over the line? He was stopped short of the line. That was Cadell. It's still not over the line, but they're on the line, and the Hong Kong team want to try.
Hong Kong being a bit greedy again then,
and it's
significant. Matt Lamin trying to go over near the contact area. Just the ball needed to be moved away. White line fever, and as a result knocked the ball on.
Knocked the ball on.
That big score that would have been, although Hong Kong in a good position to continue to pressurise the. And if you will look around the field now, Korea under pressure is starting to look vulnerable. But Hong Kong need a score in the next couple of minutes to turn this last 10 minutes into a very exciting game.
See the number 20 there with his back to us, Toby Fenn in the action. The captain right beside him there wearing the number 8, Hewson. They go down into the scrum, but as Darius has said, the scrum has improved since they made these changes. The guys have lifted a bit, even though they trail on the scoreboard, but they needed that last opportunity. They need that to turn into points, and it didn't.
Discipline required from the Hong Kong team now not to give any penalties away.
And the Koreans are able to clear it. Young Kang-woo. You have the cheeks being blown out, lots of air sucked in everywhere.
Yeah, just going back to that last play where it looked as if Tom McQueen was going to run in, and just that, you know, tap on his leg, which unbalanced him, and that would have been a huge score for Hong Kong. But now 10 minutes to go, still all to play for, or 12 minutes to go.
Long throw back to the end of the line out, take it in. Here's an opportunity for them again. Jamie Hood breaking through, and it is halted, but they still
significant penalties being given away now by Korea at the contact area. They're getting tired, they're slowing things down.
They still keep possession, the Hong Kong team.
They'll be going back to a penalty in midfield.
Yeah, he's put his hand out, taken out by Jamie Hood, still challenging in the Toby Fenn, wearing the number 20.
Not sure where the
now
advantage
they
is
can move it again to McQueen, out the far side, gives it out to Jamie Hood. Hood goes to ground. They come back inside to Matthew Laming, but they've given the ball away, turnover, and the Koreans are back in possession. And now the high kick clears it up into empty space. Back there, McQueen. Tom McQueen, and he decides to go long, but that's going to be a bit too long. Oh no, it's a great kick. I thought it was going to go over the dead ball line instead.
That's the wonderful thing about the shape of a rugby ball, Colin. I did as well, but fantastic for Hong Kong at that point, because it was one off the point of the ball and into a significant field position in the corner. Hong Kong need to score now in the next few minutes, as I say, to turn this last 10 minutes into it.
Well, they need Bill Bryant and Paul Dwyer to get a hold of this. But the Koreans go to the front, and the referee is not happy. He says we're going to have a scrum. He's saying it wasn't instructed.
Straight to the man. Good call by Paul.
Yeah.
Straight into the man at the front. It still has to be down the centre of the line, and even you're throwing it to the guy at the front. So great field position now for Hong Kong to capitalise on it.
So now we'll push on. Number 17, you can see there, Hanson Ray. They're going forward, they were moving forward. As the ball went in, they can keep it at the back of the lineup, and they move it very quick. This is the skipper, Nicholas Hewson, and they go to the number 14. Did he get over? No, he didn't, but they can go wide, and he's in touch. Hong Kong supporters think he scored, and he's awarded a penalty to the Hong Kong team. They take it very quickly. The Koreans are half asleep, didn't realize there was somebody going to take a quick tap, and this time diving over. No, he's not there yet. That was Caddo Lee. It's back behind the scrum. They're looking for support. They go to Bill Brandt. He's taken the ground and pushed out of it by the Koreans. Ball comes into the hands of Jamie Hood. It's still there now. They can take it to the far side. Can they flip it over? They were trying to get it to Tom McQueen. They have now. McQueen comes inside. Socks roll down. Charging for the line. He's stopped. He's taken to ground. The ball is loose. Hong Kong still have possession, but they're not going anywhere. They're running into a brick wall from the Koreans. But this time they can. Now they can go wide, and there's acres of space out here. And the number 11, Kang Sing Yu, runs around, and he is done.
Wow, Colin, what a game this is turning into be. Particularly if you're the general manager of performance rugby in Hong Kong. It is just unbelievable at the moment. A game of two halves, to coin a cliche. Hong Kong on the front foot. The substitutes having a fantastic impact for Hong Kong. Thought that they'd had white line fever again, but a great pass out the back door, missing three men out to the far side, and Yu Kam Sing, our local hero, going in to give Hong Kong a bite at this game in the latter stages. Significant conversion to put Hong Kong back within one score of Korea with 7 minutes left on the clock.
And this is the conversion attempt by Rock again, and goes straight between the uprights. So a try and another 2 points to add to that. And it's closing the gap. 33 points to 26. Yes, I thought for a moment after a couple of issues and things hadn't happened, I thought that the high-performance director was going to go out the commentary box.
A couple of times the casters on this chair that I'm sat on have gone towards the door. It's been a great afternoon for Asian rugby and both Korean and Hong Kong rugby, and you know, it's difficult, but it's been very entertaining. And 6 minutes, poor mistake, poor kick then turned into a good one by having been left by Hong Kong to go into touch. So got to build from deep again. Hong Kong needing to build from deep.
Kim Kwang Min with that kick, and it's going to be a line out to Hong Kong. Alex Harris playing the position as hooker. Now he's come in and taken over from Chubb. They go to Dwyer at the end, but straight away the Koreans are able to nip in, and racing at the back is Alex McQueen. Got a hold of it, and the Hong Kong team. The first mistake he's made today. He's had a great 20 minutes or so. But
coming back to it, Colin, luckily for Hong Kong, knocked on by Korea at the line-out, so advantage was being played by Paul, the referee, and first mistake Niall was really made in the second half. It's had a significant impact coming on as substitution at half-time.
And the Koreans go down. They've brought in a couple of their reserves. As I said, Dong Wan is in there. And see him there wearing the number 18. Shin Dong Wan, a young man who is educated down in the South Island of New Zealand. Ball put in. You can see the strength there of Jamie Hood, but collected by the captain, showing a path. Nicholas Hewson running away with the ball. The Hong Kong team have it, but they got to move it quick. And they're waiting and waiting and waiting. Caddo Lee gets it, puts it on his right foot, clears it out. But the Koreans are in underneath it again, and that's the number 23, and that is a good save from him, Kim Kwang Min. Oh, he missed out a player, taken in possession, ball is loose, picked up, but the referee's whistle is gone, and he's awarded a free kick, taken in the air, I would think. Is that?
No, it's a scrum down. It was a good fair tackle. Good solid. I think we just seeing the reaction from a Korea type team being put under pressure for the first time.
Legs on the ground.
Good tackle. Yeah, it was a good tackle.
He's feeling it a little bit as well.
We're going to see some gamesmanship from the Koreans. You noticed that they're slow to get the scrums. They were slow to come back to the last kickoff and slowing the game right down. It's important. Paul Mackay now makes a statement, and you know, we're going to scrimmage situations and the clock is ticking down and we're wasting 45, 50 seconds, and at this stage of the game that's vital for Hong Kong.
Got to get a good strike here. And again, they're driving forward, ball is in. Hong Kong have it at the back. Hewson gives it away to Caddo Lee. Got a chance with the breakout from Hood. Can rotate it again to the captain, Hewson. He can turn it around. It's back, but it's picked up again, but he was on the wrong side. Shin Dong Wan. Offside.
Big kick for Niall Young. Needs to get it into the 22 to give forwards an opportunity to set up an attacking platform.
Just on the 22, you know, the
poor kick. Yeah. Just don't need to take the time and composure now shown. Need to really nip back into the 22.
The clock, as Guy says, is ticking away. 37 minutes, less than 3 minutes to go. Hong Kong need a quick score and maybe another one after that. Throw in. Go to the back of the line. Everybody misses it, but it came off at hands, and it comes back on the Hong Kong side. Came back to Hong Sung-wee. They move it. Yes, they can. McQueen is over there. Goes to the far side. They're blocked from the view at the moment. It could have been Hood was over there. Ball on the ground. Returned. Retained by Hong Kong.
Too tight in there, another mistake. Critical time, another mistake needed to be put through the hands. Into the traffic, the big tackle in.
Lost in the air.
And a significant change coming on here. A local Hong Kong football club player winning his first cap. Coming on for his first cap, Charlie Higson-Smith. Came to Hong Kong 20 years ago with his family. Just returned last year from Exeter University. And local football club management team and boys will be pleased to see Charlie on the field.
And he's coming off his big Paul Dwyer. He has put in.
And having to come off significantly in the last 3 minutes, so Hong Kong now down to.
Yeah, one man in the line out. But Paul put in a big stint. He put in a big shift this afternoon for the Hong Kong team. But the Koreans keeping possession, and that's what they're going to do. They'll hold on to it. And as you say, run down the clock. Don Wong with the ball. Gone to ground. Korea keeping possession. Looking up at the clock. They see that there's only a minute left. Koreans very clever at retaining possession. They're leaving the clock run down, and they're penalized this time. Well, have the Hong Kong team a chance, but now there's a Korean player down. I don't think he's looking for sympathy. If he is, he's not going to get any out there. That's Kim Chong-min. 26 points to 33. Can we have a last-minute try here?
What Hong Kong need to do now is go through the phases. Not that they've done it well through the game, but it's about keeping possession now, creating space. And probably the last bite of the cherry.
They're being pushed off the ball, even though they're retaining it, but they're going backwards. Now they have a chance. This is Rawak out to the far side, man taken out of the play, and that was the number 11. Kam Sing-yu scored a try earlier on. Again, the Koreans are very happy to take it to ground, run down the clock. Hong Kong in possession, trying to go forward, trying to break this barrier that the Koreans have put around it. They have a chance with McQueen. McQueen inside, good ball. He turned a very good ball into Toby Fenn. They have it again. McQueen, Alex McQueen, taken to ground. Ball is buried underneath there. If there's a mistake here or a handling mistake by the Hong Kong team, I think the final whistle will go, but they're able to get it over to Hood. And this time the whistle has gone.
Finishing the game where Hong Kong started off, mistake.
Yeah.
Critical mistake in midfield and misunderstanding. And it's been the story of Hong Kong's day, really. It's been a...
And there you see there's a few handbags being thrown around at the back. Paul Mackay has sorted it out. But the clock has ticked over to... full time. Crowd are booing, and there is no doubt the kick will come from Oh Young, and he will kick it straight into the grandstand. And he does that. It bounces off the roof of our commentary box. But Paul Mackay hasn't blown a full-time whistle yet. It's going to be a line out right down in front of us.
Interesting, very good from Paul. He's been obviously keeping his clock and keeping the time. with regards to this slow play. So indeed we've gone over what is recognised on the stadium clock, but Paul has been keeping the time as referees do.
Throw in, it wasn't straight, but it's picked up by McQueen, Alex McQueen, and they're fighting for it. No, it's got to be there, and they pull down in the tackle, and the Korean team are congratulating each other. Meanwhile, the man who came into the action for them is wanting to take the cookies. Don't forget it, Shin Dong-won. And this time they kick it into touch. It comes off the boot of Nam Young-soo. And Paul blows the whistle. Paul Mackay blows the whistle for no sides, as they say. And it's the full-time whistle. And it runs out with the Koreans having defeated Hong Kong by 33 points to 26. So a great result for the Korean team, who lost the opening game last week against Japan, but it makes it very, very exciting now. And Dai, how do you sum that up? Not a great performance from the Hong Kong side, but you'd have to say that the Korean team came here with a plan and they stuck to it.
Yeah, Korea great last week, you know, in the first half in particular against Japan. Came here with a game structure, game plan. And really let loose on turnover ball. First half, 3 tries, significant tries as it's turned out. Hong Kong will be very, very disappointed with their performance, particularly in the area of ball retention. Showed glimpses of what they're capable of now for the rest of the championship, but a tough act now to go to Tokyo next weekend and put in another performance against Japan. But Korea deserved the win. Korea played some great rugby. As a Hong Kong man, I was always nervous when it was going down the right-hand channel, and indeed 4 of the tries in that game came through that channel and had a significant outcome and bearing on the game. Yeah,
this young man, Jingle Bin, he certainly woke everything up by scoring 4 tries in that first half. A real speed merchant given half a chance.
Yeah, and you sense it when you sit and watch the game. You sense space, you sense pace when it's coming into the attacking area and at the defensive line. And indeed, every time that Korea moved the ball down that, even in the second half, Hong Kong looked vulnerable and Korea looked good. So it's a huge attacking platform for them as they move forward now into a well-deserved break, I suppose, for them, and will welcome us to Korea in 2 weeks' time.
Exactly, and some of the Korean players all over under the grandstand, and there's a lot of Korean supporters here in Hong Kong, and they'll be delighted with that victory. And as the Hong Kong supporters still stay around, and they're